another thing is like, it's like we put all this pressure on ourselves to be this person or to do these things in life, and it's like, and it's like you'll kind of like talk yourself out of like out of your purpose, putting this pressure on yourself. It's like, walk in your purpose. It's like, it doesn't have to be that extra stuff. And I know I put that on me. Like that's like, I know I put that extra pressure on myself. It's like, I always felt like I had big shoes to fill. Like my brother, he has a computer science degree. He has a master's. My sister has a PhD. My mom worked as a high level executive, and my dad owns a nonprofit, does all these things in the community. So I'm like, fuck, I got some big shoes to fill. But I'm just like, no, I got different shoes to fill. I got my shoes to fill. Like this the path I gotta walk. Like this is what I gotta do for me. And it's like I'm taking a different path. It's like I went and got my engineering degree, but I was like, I'm like you. I'm like I haven't just stayed in the job for a long time. Like I changed all. I did state inspection stickers. I moved furniture. I worked as an engineer. I referee basketball, and it's like I coach people. I write. It's all of these different things, and it's like along this journey, I found out like I had to like I found out what I like to do. Like I love in basketball. Loving to help people. Like actually exchanging that energy, and it's like that was one of my like big purposes and one of my passions is helping people. And it's like I can't help people doing this, like doing what I'm doing here. I'm like I'm helping y'all get rich. I'm like, why y'all? First off, y'all paying me pennies on a dollar, and y'all get rich. And I'm like, nah. I'm gonna go ahead and do what y'all doing, go get rich, and then help all my people go and get it, And it's like it's just like a whole different mindset. And it's like I don't know. It's like walk your own shoes. It's like take that journey for you, be you. It's like it's like use the stories, use everybody's mistakes, because it's like I'm the baby in my family, and it's like
me too.
Oh damn, that's baby and Sagittarius, so like we really might be the same person,
right?
It's like I will throw like I won't throw a fit, but it's like I'll get real tensed up on the inside when I'm like closed in.
Right.
Like I feel trapped into something. It's like all of these different jobs and like people try to force their ways on you, people try to force their perspectives, like their way. And I'm just like, no, your way is a way. And it worked for you in some ways, but it's like, no, I have to go find my way and gotta go do me. And shoot, I don't know. It's funny, like I don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing.
Right, literally. And that's the thing. Like I think even with myself and my own experience, like there's so much pressure to be someone. Like there's so much pressure, like and I think it kind of boils down to like hierarchies. You want to climb the ladder, and it's like, but that's not a ladder for me to climb. Like I've got my own ladder that I want to climb. I'm making my ladder. I'm creating my ladder. I'm making it look pretty and that kind of thing. So you have a ladder, and that's great for you. If it works for you, great. But I'm gonna go over here and do what I'm doing. So, and I think because we show people a different way, that makes them uncomfortable, because they're like, what are you doing? Like, that's not the right way. And it's like,
does not come
the right way for me. It's like,
it doesn't make sense. The program we've been given, it's like, wait, you can't do that. Like, it's like that ain't nah. Like something got to happen before this. It's like nah. It's like walk that path.
Literally. And it feels like, I don't know if you're the same, but for me, if I'm told that I can't do something, watch me do it, because I'll do it. Like, I will do it. And I don't know if that's like a Sagittarius thing. I'm not sure. But I feel like if you try to say to me, you're not going to do that, or someone tries to tell me what to do, I'm going to show them a different way. Like, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to force something on them, but I'm going to show them how I do something through my own experience.
Oh, good. You just be the light. It's like you don't even have to think about it. It's like, okay, that's cool. You did what you did. It's cool. It's fine. But it's like, I'm going to still be the light. I got to walk my path, You got the light. Like, the light follows me. So it's like,
right.
You going to eventually see.
Right.
And it's
Right.
like you never even have to worry about it. And it's like, it's crazy. It's like I got to see this journey like 10 years ago, because it's like my brother was on this like journey, and like, you know, he was working as an engineer and he found his way. And it's like,
Mm.
and like nobody would listen to the things that he would say. Even myself, you know, it's like I would pick up little gems and like little, you know, get the little breadcrumbs, and like I would see the light, but I wasn't really applying none of the stuff. And so it's like along the journey, you know, he's just shining his light, you know, and we all have our ways of going about expressing it, but he's just shining his light. And it's like, you can see the people around, like, you know, and it's like how like people gravitated to like the light. And I'm just
Right.
like, he never tries to force it, you know, it's like, you know, you know, it's like, it's never a way, you know, that you just like try to force, you know, you keep doing what you're doing. You grinding, you trucking along. Hey, and then when you get it and you get around, hey, like this what I'm on, this what I'm doing, blah, 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 you know, keep dropping gems along the way, but keep trucking. You know, keep letting
Right.
people know what you're doing. And it's like eventually, you know, the more they see you, it's like advertising and marketing. You know, the more times they
Right.
see you, they could be like, damn, he's still doing that. Damn, he's still
Right.
doing that. Oh, let me see what he really doing. Let me go spread some energy with that. Let me go spend some money there. Let me go do,
Right.
you know, it's just like, that's just how the puzzle of life, that's how it works, you know. And it's like I didn't been on my journey and like shining, and then like going through my little roller coasters. And it's like, that's like all you have to do is like, you know, once you commit, you know, commit to you and stick to that journey. People, it's the message is going like it's going like resonate with who it's supposed to. It's like it's always gonna do what it do, because that's what the universe do. I'm gonna prove
Definitely.
that later.
Definitely. Literally. And it's like, it's interesting because, you know, no one's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no one's perfect, but we're all made perfectly, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. So it's kind of like everyone's going to have their own individual experiences. And for example, I've always done things differently in my family. I've never been someone that, you know, does the same thing. And like even going to school and things like that, like I never really went to school too much. Um, and people were like, but you need an education, you need an education. And I'm like, that ain't my education though. Like it, like, you know, great. I've got the basis of what I need to know in terms of like English, literature or mathematics, that kind of thing. I got that.
Yeah.
But in terms of like education, in terms of like all of these different subjects that they're throwing at people, I probably got more wisdom rather than education, because my education comes through experience.
Yeah.
And people are always like, damn, like you don't seem like you're 24 years old. You seem like you're much more mature than that.
Oh damn, I
And
didn't.
I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And I've been this way since I was young, like since I was 15, 16. I've always been surrounded by like older people.
Yeah.
Like I always seem to get along with older people than what I did my own age.
For sure.
And I think it's because I like to learn through experience. Like I like to know what you're doing, and you know, how's your life been, and what's your hardships been, and you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think again, everyone has their own individual experiences, and my experience has perfectly and divinely orchestrated in a way that I can now recognize and see for myself as I look back. And again, you know, I don't know everything, and I don't want to know everything,
Yeah.
you know. And I think that's the beauty of the journey, because you're constantly learning, you're constantly shifting, you're constantly experiencing, and things are ever changing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the greatest gift that life has to offer.
No, that's beautiful to hear. That's really dope, for real. And that's the amazing part about helping people, you know, like actually putting your message out, you know, whether you know or don't know, right or wrong, you know, it's like when you share your message with somebody, you know, like you're getting a message as well. And it's like energy is being exchanged. And so it's like when it's like you're following your path and like you want to learn this stuff off top. You want to know, like, you know, you want to know all the ins and outs, the crevices of the universe, inside and out you. But it's like the only way to do that is to learn the universe within and outside someone else. And it's like you always get these messages along the way, and it's like it's crazy. And it's like just like being more expressive. Like I've been on this journey for like 7 years now, since like 2013, and it's like I would say a little bit of something, and it's like I would just chill on it. Like I wouldn't really say much. Like I would just chill on it. But it's like the more you actually speak on your truth, you know, on your truth, the one that you didn't came to, you know, you didn't research, you didn't experience, and you didn't came to a truth for you that could change tomorrow. It's like just expressing it and sharing it, you know how far you reach, or how much further you need to go and reach. You know, it's like you get to kind of like push your own boundaries and like test your own limits.
Right.
And like, you know, keeping your thoughts to yourself kind of keeps you restricted. You know, it's like people don't want to share their message. You know, it's like, oh, I feel like I got to get to this place to get to speak on what I need to do, which I get that in a sense, but it's like you're always ready. You know, like
Right.
I'd have had like random conversations with like just random like it was a tow truck driver yesterday that had came and helped had came and helped get my cousin truck out the grass out over here. And like he was just dropping so many gems and like coaching me through life. And it was an old dude, like 7 years old, and I'm just listening like, bro, there's so much game you done given me, and it's like I appreciate it. Like I didn't say too much. It's like I'm just listening, especially when the older generation talk. I don't say nothing. I just give me the energy. Just give me
Right.
the pop energy. Give me the Momo energy. Like I just want to
Right.
because that's where it's at.